to another edition of the Real Estate Walk Show. My name has always been Ebenezer Opon Abwadi. Today's topic, we are looking at buying a property in Ghana. Yes, after deciding where to buy and also confirming the amounts you want to put in, holding all those variables constant. The first point of call is to view the property that you want to buy, being a land or a house or an apartment. That's the first thing. You view to make sure that actually that is what I want to go into. The next thing to talk about is doing your due diligence, conducting due diligence. When it comes to houses, doing due diligence is quite simple because you can just go around, ask who owns this property. That's on the site. But when it comes to a land, it appears to be a bit difficult because there's nothing that may show that someone actually owns this piece of land when you go to the site. But there's another level of due diligence that you would have to do, and it's mandatory in order to be safe in the buying property in Ghana. That is conducting searches at the Lands Commission, also conducting searches at the High Courts, and also with the Bank of Ghana Collateral Registry. What do you need to conduct a search at the Lands Commission? I have with me a site plan. So you may conduct a search with a site plan. But the most appropriate thing to do is to go to the site with a surveyor to pick the coordinates of that piece of land or house that you want to buy and run a search with it. For example, if I give you this site plan, I tell you that this site plan is at X or A location. You may conduct a search. It may tell you within that area, but the information that may come may be correct. But the question is it really that land we are referring to? So mostly, to be on the most safer side, you would have to pick the coordinate with your surveyor on the site to conduct the search. After conducting a search at the Lands Commission, conducting a search at the Collateral Registry, and conducted a search at the court to see whether there is any litigation on that piece of land. And the one at the Collateral Registry would also help you to know whether that piece of land or property has been used to secure any loan or has been used as a collateral for any loan. After those searches, and everything points out to be that indeed you are dealing with the owner of that property and you still want to proceed, the next step is to have a sales and purchase agreement. What sales and purchase agreement entails are a legal description of the property, the price of the property, owner's details, and the mode of payment. So for example, you may arrange with an owner that, okay, in the first, I want to pay 20% and spread the remaining balance over a period of 3 months. Yes, all those things should be stated in the sales and purchase agreement. And any other caveats that both parties would want to put across has to be stated in the sales and purchase agreement. And it has to be duly signed by both the landlord and the buyer of the property. After the sales and purchase agreement duly signed, you proceed to make payment. But mind you, any payment you make in real estate, make sure you have gotten a receipt for that payment. We always tell you on this show, avoid cash payment when it comes to real estate. After the payment, you have to get a transfer document. A transfer document could either be the document covering the land. Some lands have indenture, others have title. For instance, when you look at this document, this is an indenture, a photocopy of an indenture. One thing that you will see is it states who the land belongs to, and you see the names. For instance, this land belongs to the last two, and the chiefs who owns or who are acting on behalf of the last two are clearly stated. And you, the one buying the property, your name or your names also stated. And it has to be stamped by or prepared and stamped by their solicitor. So it has to be prepared by a lawyer. That is one feature of a genuine indenture. And it also describes what the lease arrangement is, various covenants, when is the lease commencing, how long are they giving the property to, and a vivid description of the land, that's the survey details of the land. Also, it has to have provision for signing, and it must also include the site plan of that parcel of land. Then there's an oath of proof page and oath of execution pages. So an indenture will be prepared in your name. If an indenture is not prepared in your name, there should be a legal instrument stating that this interest in this kind of property, or this interest in this property, has been duly transferred to you, and you paid maybe X amount as a consideration. So this is a copy of the sales and purchase agreements as I rushed you through. So you see sales and purchase agreement written on it, and describing the property, the payment terms, and any other information that you'd want to put across. Whatever document that is given to you as transfer, it also has to be registered. And that's when you go to the Lands Commission, you would have to pay a stamp duty on any instruments on the land that you want to register. For example, you bought a land. Adwa Mansa bought a land from Kofi Menu. As soon as you receive any legal instrument or transfer document from Kofi Menu, Adwa Mansa have to go to the Lands Commission and register that instrument. So that's what you'll be paying a stamp duty on that transaction. So anyone that conducts a search from the Lands Commission would see the trail and the history that, oh, okay, Adwa Mansa bought from Kofi Menu, and Adwa Mansa also sold to Yaudabo. So you see that history anytime anyone conducts a search at the Lands Commission. So every legal instrument has to be duly registered at the Lands Commission. And if the property was not titled, or you had an indenture, you can perfect the indenture to get a title certificate. So there's a copy of a title certificate, and you see the band in here, and also a brief description of the property, as well as the site plan of the property. So any property that you are buying, being a land or a house, definitely is on a land. So the land document has to be prepared. I'm sure this session or this episode has been very useful to you. So anytime you want to buy a property, make sure you view the property, conduct your search at the Lands Commission, the High Court, Collateral Registry, to be sure that the land is duly or free from all encumbrances. After that, you can engage the owner of the property, do your negotiations, prepare SPA or have an SPA, a sales and purchase agreement signed, proceed to payment, get a transfer document, and register your transfer document at the Lands Commission. Thank you. My name has always been Ebenezer Okon Abuaje. Follow us for the next episodes.